Hi. If you are seeing this video, it's probably because you have been thinking or manifested some kind of alignment or realignment in your life because I don't believe in accidents. And I know when we ask for something, truly we receive it. So if you are hearing this video, then this message is probably for you. My name is Eve. I'm an investor and a mindset coach. While I was meditating today, I really felt like I was being called to read the Bible. But before I begin, I want to say a short prayer. Father, the one, allow your blessings and power to flow through me. Allow me to be the vessel that echoes your love for all. In your name, amen. So the passage that I'm going to be reading is in Psalms 1, verses 1 to 6. Blessed is the one who does not walk in the step in the wicked, or stand in the way that sinners take, or sit in the company of mockers. But those who delight is in the law of the Lord, and who meditates on his law day and night, that person is like a tree planted by the streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, and whose leaf does not wither. Whatever they do prospers. Not so wicked, they are like chaff, that the wind blows away. Therefore the wicked will not stand in judgment, nor sinners in the assembly of the righteous. For the Lord watches over the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked leads to destruction. And the next passage I wanted to share with you, Proverbs 1 to 6. The Proverbs of Solomon, son of David, king of Israel, for gaining wisdom and instruction, for understanding words of insight, for receiving instruction in prudent behavior, doing what is right and just and fair, for giving prudence to those who are simple, knowledge and discretion to the young. Let the wise listen and add to their learning, and let the discerning get guidance. For the understanding proverbs and parables, the saying of riddles of the wise. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. You see, when we're younger, our subconscious mind is wide open for programming. Our direct guardians had a big influence in creating that set programming. That is why you speak the language that you speak. And here's the problem. Those direct guardians that were influencing you were also influenced themselves when they were younger by their direct guardians. This puts into question that are your ideas really yours? Now, this puts into question that if your subconscious programming were only passed on through by way of people where their also subconscious programming were also passed on, this puts into question, are your ideas really yours? You see, these ideas keeps us in the story within the three-dimensional realm. For many years, what this means is that subconsciously, humans have been using their senses to create their experience as opposed to using their senses to guide them and experience their creation. You see, we are created in God's highest form. It is important that we study the mind, as it is the key to transcending consciously and collectively. Yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I am wise, so I am changing myself. By Rumi. You see, our subconscious programming plays the biggest part of our outcome. You see, you will find highly educated people with all the degrees that you can think of, PhDs and all of these things, all these accreditations coming out of all of their certifications. However, they are still broke because it is not knowledge of the outer external world that we need anymore. It's been proven time and time again. Millions and trillions of dollars have been pumped into this educational system that teaches you to look for answers of what your life should be within the outer physical world, as opposed to listening to your heart so that you can follow what it is truly what you are gifted to do. People study a lot about the world, but they don't know anything about themselves. And that's extremely dangerous for someone to live their whole life not knowing who they are and only being reactive to their external environment. You see, we live in three planes of understanding. We are spiritual creatures, We have intellect and we live in physical bodies. To live for flesh is to live in the entrapment of the story of that three-dimensional play, of that physical world. And day in, day out, creation of thought, creation of execution, power of creativity is expressed in this foundation that is made with sand. Because anything that is built within the outer physical world is never permanent, not operating at the story of the self, the story of that physical body. The body is not the driver itself. The body is the physical manifestation of the higher side of my personality. It is not me. Who I am is in spirit. This is an illusion. Our eyes can create these illusions. But the true nature of this is the fact that it speaks to your heart. It speaks to the truth of what your heart is telling you. So when you pull yourself and understanding who you are is in spirit, any creation made from that is a creation made from wholeness. It's a creation made from the source, from God. It is not from the ideas of man. It is not the ideas of the story of what it is you think you're supposed to do or what your desires are, but why you are here, what you are purposely driven to do. Why are we living in this life where we are experiencing all these wonderful things? Who we are is in spirit. And that spirit is really energy. That's why when you see a person that passes and their skin color changes, it's because there is that body, there's that energetic body that leaves the physical body. And once you understand that, energy, who we are is really this energy, not the physical manifestation of the self or the idea of, or the illusion of our body. The script can change of the representation of what we're supposed to do or what we're supposed to be here for. Because if you were to strip down all illusions of matter and we are all in spirit, is there anything else to do? Nothing. Because everything is here. All thoughts, all creations within the physical realm comes from this realm, from the spiritual realm, because everything is here and now. And the only reason why we're not experiencing an experience that we want to experience is because we haven't thought about it. Our energetic body has not consciously vibrated, changed, or altered its vibration to experience that thought. Because that's all that everything is. It's just everything is energy, and we are just connected to the ones we put energy into most. And that's why it's really important to only think of what you want. If you want prosperity, don't think of debt. If you want happiness, don't look at the bad news. Don't listen to bad people. That's why it says on the Bible. It was so powerful. I'm going to read it again. Proverbs, Psalm 1:6. It says here, blessed is the one who does not walk in the step of the wicked, or stand in the way that sinners take, or sit in the company of mockers. But those who delight is in the law of the Lord, and who meditates on his law day and night. Is like the person that person is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, and whose leaf does not wither, and whatever they do prospers. It's important to connect that why sit in the company of mockers? Why sit in the company of sinners? Meaning, why sit at the thought of that even existing? Why sit at the thought of an existence of a reality that is not yours, or is it something that you even desire for yourself? But those who delight is in the law of the Lord. Whose delight is in the law of the Lord, and who meditates on his law day and night. Meditate in his law day and night. It's so beautiful because when we meditate, it is this act of present awareness, allowing our heart to actually tell us what is truth. It says here in Proverbs, for gaining wisdom and instruction, for understanding words of insight. Gaining wisdom and instruction, and for understanding words of insight, for receiving instruction in prudent behavior, doing what is right, just, and fair, for giving prudence to those who are simple, knowledge and discretion to the young. Let the wise listen and add to their learning, and let the discerning get guidance. for understanding proverbs and parables and sayings and riddles of the wise is listening. Let the wise listen. It says your Proverbs 1:5, let the wise listen and add to their learning. You see, we're given 2 ears and 1 mouth, meaning we should be listening twice as much as we speak. And if we listen with both ears, we're listening with our heart. And when we're listening with our heart, we are meditating. In the same verse, it says, let the discerning get guidance. That is your heart guiding you to the truth. I wrote here, meditation is the act of present in spirit. It allows your heart to discern and know that in that moment, that is a gift for you. Within that moment, you will feel a deep connection of peace because that is God. God is love. Jesus is the Prince of Peace. Again, if you're watching this video, this is a calling for you to go into meditation day and night, as frequent, to be honest, as possible, because meditation is the way that God speaks through us. If we don't have a clear connection with ourselves, if we don't have clear control over our thoughts and our feelings and our actions, because we are constantly just allowing our mind to go through this automated experience of life, as opposed to understanding what life is truly meant to be lived, this message is for you. And I invite you to my next video where I will actually break down and talk about meditation and talk about the different types of meditation. Now, I'm going to go over it in high level, but it would be enough for one to actually experience the wisdom that God is truly giving us through many different angles, through many different ways. If you felt blessed during this video, let's just declare the truth of our hearts in the comments down below of this video. And I hope that you like this video as well. And if you want to get notification when the meditation talk will be up, click subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.